Hey there YouTube, Rain here. I'm going to be showing you a bit of cons drafting. Um, I know the set isn't out yet, but I'll be doing a little bit of testing this out and playing with other players. So in this pack I can see a Creator's Clause. It's good removal at all points in the game, so I'm going to take it. If this wasn't in the pack, I would be looking at Mystic of the Hidden Way and Warname Aspirant, though I don't like them nearly as much as this. Given our first pick red card, there's a Bring Glow, which is fantastic removal. Other than that, there's a Smite the Monstrous, a debilitating injury, also decent removal. This guy's fine. This guy's fine. But not too much in this pack overall. I'm going to take the Bring Low. It's probably the best card in the pack anyway. Alright, this pack. This guy's better than the Green-White-Black clan. So as it stands, Mardu Charm's an option for me. This can make me to two other colors, but I'm going to have to do that at some point. Jeskai Banner is supposedly an option, but it's not as strong of a card. So I think I'm going to take the Mardu Charm. The rest of the red cards in this pack are mediocre. This one's better than this one, and this is not very good. Nothing's really shouting out to me as exciting, and this is probably the best card. So in this pack, this guy's fine actually. He's efficiently costed, so that's something to note. Fate's a decent card. Jeskai Student's been a little underwhelming if I'm trying to be aggressive. Which I'm not sure if I want to be aggressive at this point, but this guy should be fine even in the slower decks. There's a little bit of slower black removal. There's a Singing Bell Strike, which I would normally take to be a signal, but I think people have yet to figure out just how good this card is. I've done a little bit of playing this format, and this has never disappointed me. There are a lot of creatures that it can't hit, but the vast majority of things this is a great answer to. Instead, I think I'm just going to take another Ponyback Brigade or a Mardu Warshrieker. Mardu Warshrieker helps me begin fixing. Because of his raid, he can get me the black and the white. And if I end up not playing Mardu, I can still end up splashing black or white and using Mardu Warshrieker as a way to enable that. Feed of Resistance is one of the best combat tricks in the format. It stops removal, it makes your guy permanently bigger. If you're an Abzan, it can do some other things, but it's really good in just any deck that's playing white. Creeping Chill's good, but we're not blue. Temur Banner was on one of our off colors, so if we were looking to splash green, I would prioritize this higher. This is not the fixing we're looking for, so Feed of Resistance is a pretty easy pick. Alright, there's a Tri-Land in this pack, and I don't think the Tri-Land should be making it to pick 7, especially, well, in the first pack I can see it if the pack is really strong, but these should be gone around 4th or 5th pick. The fact that it's like completely on color means that it's so easy to just take this right now. Aerostorm is decent removal. It's a little slow, but it does the job. I do have a lot of removal so far, but that's not really a problem. It'll help me get to the late game if I get a bomb, and it'll help me deal with a lot of creatures. I've tried being aggressive in most of my games already just to see if it would work, and it hasn't been working, so take this, be a slower deck. I've tested this guy out. He gets through a few points of damage, but he becomes irrelevant. There are way too many ways to deal with him. Scoured Barrens is on color fixing. An Unyielding Kumar is a decent creature. I'm going to take the Barons. There's another Barons and a Mardu Warshrieker. Given that I just took a Barons, I think I want the Warshrieker. Let's take a look for 2 drops. Don't have any yet, so this doesn't even do anything. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab the Warshrieker. This wield, which I didn't expect, Sultai, isn't actually that bad. It's better than I thought by quite a bit. And this guy is a very good card from that deck. That said, it would be splashing 2 colors to play this, and I'm not going to do that. This guy's very mediocre. This guy's slightly better in my opinion. And this is decent. I could see playing it just because I don't mind playing a slower creature like this, and I'm not very delvy. Oh, well, it took it from me anyway. Only on color card, so I'm just going to take it. This wield, which is insane, but so did this, which is also insane. I'm probably not going to play that Dutiful Return. Into this pack, Meandering Tower Shell, very mediocre rare. Armament Core is just the best card in this pack. 5 mana 6/6 with upside. Reminds me a lot of Supply Line Cranes, but it might even be better in this set. We are black, white, red so far. So we splash green, we can play this card. Don't have too much fixing right now though. Looking in red, white, black. Nothing amazing. Leaping Master, Aerostorm. I'm going to grab the Feet of Resistance, but it's close. This might be a wrong pick. I'm just very, very happy with this card. Alright, I guess it's time to look at how many warriors we have. Two right now, but we're likely to pick up quite a bit more later. This Sandstep Chapel would have really made the first pick of the armament guy very good, and this Bloodstained Mire is potentially good, but this early in the pack I like taking good cards over 2 color fixing for my deck. There's another one. This green splash would have been amazing. Bit of regrets there. We can keep going ponyback brigading. See how good this card is. I'm actually not sure. I haven't played a Mardu deck yet, mostly because I think Mardu's the weakest clan. But if we're testing it out, might as well keep testing it. There's a Nomad Outpost, which I look to immediately. Is there anything much better than that? We're not in green, so these two aren't really what we're looking for. Nope. Nomad Outpost is just the best possible card for us to take. Rush of Battle's still really bad. Erase is not good. Throttle might actually be a card I play, but is it better than Aerostorm? Actually don't think so. I think I'm going to take the Aerostorm. A lot of decks are really loaded on removal, and I don't want my deck to fall out on that. Problem I have with drafting this set is I just take removal, and there's so much of it that I just end up a little light on creatures. With 3 of these guys, though, I can't really see it being super light on creatures. I'm a fan of this card. I don't really want a 4th one of these. They'll start messing with my curve in a way that I really don't want. So Mardu Horde Chief, besides being like a 3-mana 3/4 in one color, which is good. It enables raid easy. It is very good at blocking morph creatures and attacking into them. So I'm a fan. I like this guy. In terms of ferocious, we really don't have ways to enable it besides this Witness of the Ages. We're gonna need some flying defense. We have nothing right now. So this is a consideration. None of these 4 cards are particularly stellar. These 2 I'm not even considering. This is just way too slow for this deck. Actually, it's a warrior. You know what? I think I might take the Disowned Ancestor. It's okay at scaling and to the later points of the game, which I don't really have right now, and the fact that it's a warrior I can get some synergies off. Also, I have this combo. Put 2 2/1s with First Strike into play. That flash. Oh! Oh my god, it did it again. I need to be a little faster. That's really disappointing. I'll take the Summit Prowler. It's not a great body, but too many Arrow Storms would be 3 Arrow Storms. Orb Behemoth is okay. It's better than taking another filler Summit Prowler. I'm only going to play 1 if that. If we want to splash green, we could take this. Nothing else is really calling to me. Continuing on with this whole splashing green potentially. This guy's awful. This is okay. This is awful. We're not playing blue, so this isn't okay, but these 2 are unplayable, so I'm just going to take the good card and not play it. I guess I'll take the Rush of Battle. If the deck turns out in some strange way, this might be okay. Just waiting for these people to finish up their picks. Let's go over our deck real quickly. Removal, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5 pieces of removal. 2 really good combat tricks. Not that great in terms of guys, and I should prioritize warriors a little higher. That guy's a warrior too. Alright, moving into this pack. Flying Crane Technique is the best finisher in the format. It can be really insane in this deck too. It's just a really insane card. I wish I pulled this pack too so that I could prioritize blue fixing a little higher, but I can just take this and prioritize blue fixing really, really highly. And I think that's better than taking some of the other options in this pack. Just gives me a way to aggressively finish out a game. No blue fixing, a little disappointing. Red, white, black. So looking at Salt Road Patrol is okay. Smite the Monstrous. Actually don't have a ton of removal, so this might be pretty good. I kind of want to test this guy out. I know it's a little slow in my deck, especially if I want to be playing the Give All Your Creatures Flying and Double Strike. So yeah, I'm going to take the Salt Road Patrol. Yeah. Blue fixing? It only fixes black and blue, not what I'm looking for. Mardu Ascendancy. Now, if it just said, if this non-token was here, this could be insane in this deck. We play one of these, we get 4 extra tokens. They're not warriors, which is a little disappointing. But I kind of want to test this card out. I don't think it's very good, but I want to test it, and I'm going to do it. Smite the Monsters is okay. I'm going to take the Alabaster Kieran or the Bloodfell Caves. Taking Bloodfell Caves helps me play my blue splash, simply because I can afford to play one less swamp or mountain, so that might be better. I have 22 playables already, and Alabaster Kieran isn't exciting, but it's a card I play pretty much every time. Same note, this might be a pick I take. I have 2 of the put a +1/+1 counter on this guy, and as a 2/3 this becomes pretty great. Do I have anything else to make it work really well? Not really, so it's a little inconsistent. I think I'm going to take the Crag. The rest of these cards are just so mediocre. There's another Feat of Resistance. There's a Seeker of the Way. Quick look to see how many tricks we have. 1, 2, these are sorcery. 3, 4, 5. 5 tricks. It's a little low for this card. It's a very good card if you have around 7, but he would still be pretty good in this deck. Especially if I played the Flying Crane Kick. So I'm gonna take that. These feats are making it so far. This Jeskai banner is exactly what I'm looking for. It's perfect. It helps ramp me while fixing my blue if I need it. I may not be able to sack it later on, but it'll play its job really well. Now I can actually play that. Wow, this is a bad pack. Mystic of the Hidden Way. It's not dead if I don't get my splash, and if it do get my splash, this guy's actually very good. I think it's better than Treasure Cruise. Works pretty well with Raid. Yeah, we'll take it. I'll try it out. So there's not really anything for me in this pack. Yeah, absolutely nothing. There's like a 2% chance I side this Treasure Cruise in some matchup. There's 0% chance I play any of the rest of these cards. So I'm just going to take what I think the best one is. It's probably this Abomination by quite a bit. We're not splashing green. This bow can help force creatures through, but there aren't a lot of really great things that will kill. This in M15 would have been a lot different. Alright, I'll take this guy. There might be a matchup where I side him in. Not excited about this. I'm probably going to cut it. Bloodfell Caves. More fixing. Krumar Bondkin versus Tormenting Voice. It's a warrior. I'm going to take it. Both of those are unplayable. Alright, this deck's shaping up to be pretty good. The Chief of the Edge should be very good. Counting up the warriors, it's 1, 2, what does it count for itself? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's 2 warriors on this guy. 7. So 7 other warriors. That's the point where this card becomes very good. Playing this Jeskai banner for the... where is it? The Flying Crane technique, which is our best way to finish off a game. Our other way to finish off the game is the typical Mardu way to finish off a game. That's just play a ton of tokens and hope they just can't deal with it. This deck's really resilient to removal because the bodies are spread out over quite a few bodies, and that's kind of important. And this deck is very mid-range. It's not as aggressive as this deck could be, but I think I like this version of the deck more. Need to make 2 more cuts for the 17 lands. Could consider playing 18 lands with the splash, but I think we have enough fixing, and we want to be a little aggressive. I'm not a fan of this War Behemoth, it's on the list. 1 Summit Prowler is probably not going to make it. This Mystic could also not make it. This just works pretty well with a lot of the cards in this deck. Here, the raid mechanics. I think I'm gonna cut a Summit Prowler and the Mystic. And the reason I say that is the Summit Prowler, I have a lot of 4-drops, a lot of really good 4-drops. Not a lot of them, but a good amount of them, and he's not that great. And the Mystic is just a little slow. I can't see flipping it up very often. Land base in this deck, let's start putting in all the fixing that we can play. So that leaves 11 basics. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black sources, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red sources, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white sources. So we're a little heavier on red sources and slightly lighter on black and white sources. We have 1 blue source. A little unfortunate that we couldn't find one of those tapped lands for blue, but I'm liking the amount of fixing I have. I think I'm going to play 2 islands and the Jeskai banner. I just want to play this and win games. It might just be the only way I win. In terms of how heavy each color is, my red's heavier than my white's, heavier than my black. What did I say? I think I have more red naturally, yeah. So red and white should be about even, and black should maybe give 1 less if I need to do that. Okay, I don't, so I can just put in an extra black source. Alright, this deck looks pretty good. It's more aggressive than I like my decks to be. It doesn't have as many bombs, but it has Flying Crane technique. I'm testing out this Ascendancy, and I'm testing out these Ponyback Brigades. And I'll let you know how it goes. This is also my other way to kill them. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.